Harbor City Music, Sounds of Nebula. They just played their CD release party. We're gonna do a little interview here. This is a first time thing, so forgive me if I fuck it up because I'm a fucking amateur. Thank you. I appreciate that, really. So these gorgeous ladies have just played their fucking CD release party. It was fantastic. In lieu of all the normal interview bullshit that they've probably done a dozen times, I'm just gonna say, tell me a fucking story. Explain to us who you are without me asking questions and just fucking... I know, isn't that what's beautiful about this? Is that I don't actually do anything.
They can't call it out of you. We are a band. We are Sounds of Nebula, a mirrored band that does whatever they fucking feel like. We are experimental, but we play whatever comes out. If it's not coming out naturally, it doesn't happen at all. We can't force a song, but it just becomes us. The song is who we are. And that is what it is. And there's no real way to explain it. That's what I would say.
It's gonna be fucking
with everything she just said.
So clearly these ladies are all very fond of each other, which is fantastic, and they're all talking at the same time, which is a little less fantastic. But Sonia was just trying to... That's the idea. So Sonia was just trying to tell me something while Kelly was talking. Sonia, you mind kind of getting into that again since we missed it? I'm pretty sure we missed it.
Okay, no. I was saying that we are all human beings playing whatever we can do with our instruments to make. We're such a great band. I love how connected we are, how dedicated we are, because we do practice 2 times a week. There is no band in our county that we practice 2 times a week, and we do that. And we do that 4 years,
3 or 4 years now.
For 3 years straight.
An undisclosed period of time.
Yeah. And we are going somewhere, and the wonderful thing is that, like a lot of people think when you have a...
Here with Harbor City Music, and I'm sitting here in the practice space for Sounds of Nebula. We're doing take 2 of our Sounds of Nebula interview because the fucking camera ran out when we tried this before. So we're going to go at this shit again and talk to these lovely ladies about the incredible music that they make. Last time was at their CD release party. That was about 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little less drunk this time.
Maybe the rest of you, but not so much me. So about 3 weeks ago they had their CD release party. That was pretty fucking cool. Good turnout that night. Good sounds, good CD, everything's good. I'm gonna shut up now and let them talk. So we go with a really ridiculously informal format for these things where we don't actually ask you questions, we just let you fucking run your mouth. So whoever wants to go first out of Kaylee, Colleen, Kelly, and Sonia, just talk about the band. Tell us what you're about, what you're into, what you like, what your sound's like. Just go. Stream of consciousness.
Who wants to go? I know, you're the interviewer. You're supposed to ask this.
I know, that's what's great about this job. Is I don't actually have to fucking do anything. It's great.
He gets drunk and he's interviewing.
No, that's exactly it.
What do you like about our music?
What do you like about our music?
I think this thing just got turned around on me. I think they are going to interview me from the look of it. What do I like about Sounds of Nebula? Alright, sure. They've got a really awesome fucking kind of punk indie sort of sound. It's very reminiscent of the Breeders and a variety of other really awesome 90s and late 80s alt-rock kind of sounds. It's very unique and different from what we're hearing, especially in the public sense, but even locally. And I think they're pretty fucking rad. I've been going out and seeing their shows since before they even had a name. So I think I would know. If you don't know, you suck and should fix that. Go out, see one of their shows, buy the CD, find out what they're about, because you don't really know what you're missing. So we're going to get back to where I interview them instead of the other way around. So, Kaylee.
Introducing ourselves.
We're just,
Well, it's funny that you said we sound like the Breeders because that's a really huge influence of mine, and they're awesome. I try and sound like Kim Deal a lot when I'm singing, so there's that.
Absolutely. Hey, look, that's a thing. That's a thing. Colleen, say something about the band. Just go. Do it.
I love the band. We're Sounds of Nebula. I play bass. I've only been playing bass for a few years.
Since the day she walked in.
They needed a bass player, so I was like, hey, I'll play bass. And Kelly was like, alright, I guess so. We'll teach you how to play bass. So I've just kind of been learning and fitting it in, and it's actually probably, it's the only thing I do now besides work is the band.
Not that you'd ever know to hear her play at this point. Like, it's been really interesting watching Colleen evolve as a bass player. As again, somebody who's been there since before the band even had a name. Seeing where she was in the very beginning to where she is now, it's not even comparable. So that's a thing.
Thank you.
Kelly, talk about the band. Bong, do it.
Basically, my whole life I've been looking for a band. And I was never thinking a girl band, especially, and I hesitated getting into it because of the stigma that's attached around it. But now being in it, we're not even like we're girls to me. We're just people in a band, and that's what I want to portray. Because you have like the cliche thing where, we're girls and girls rock, but you're almost making it harder for women in rock and roll. A woman could shred on the cello. The number one shredder on a violin is a woman. Can't remember her name right now. But in rock and roll, it's like, she's a girl. She sounds cool. It would be cool if we could just go out there and then people just accept us as a band. Mm-hmm. I think that would be the most empowering thing about being in a girl band. That's what I was.
I think that some of the greatest rockers in history have been women. Joan Jett, Hart, Kim Deal, Kim Gordon. I mean, there's a lot of really amazing women in rock and roll.
Like Janis Joplin, I feel like she was probably the only woman, maybe Grace Slick, that they were really just taken as this amazing singer or songwriter, and that was it. That was all there was to it. I think I very much look up to it.
Women are very much underrepresented in rock and roll. There have been some really incredible talents out there, like we've all just named here, and it's a shame that there's not more going on with that. But those that do leave a mark, in my experience. And now it's Sonia's turn to talk about the band.
Well, I got to it, I don't even know how, it just fell into my lap. Pretty much, I never thought that I would even be a musician. And when I started playing, a few months after that, I got into this band, and it's been my family ever since. And we all are growing. I think the band is just, it's a nebula, it's going speed of light. We are progressing very, very much. Like the first CD, it's wonderful, but of course now we are so much better, so much farther, because we recorded it over a period of 2 years, and now we can't wait to record the new one, because we're gonna do it like in a week, because now we are able to do so. And yes, the progress is wonderful. I remember when we were in a practice and I was asking Tom what to do on drums, Colleen was asking Tom what to do on bass. We didn't know much, everything took so much longer. And now we start songs just by even not saying let's jam on something. We just, I don't know, someone starts playing something and we just all get to it, and then we jam and it's beautiful, it has so much energy, and then we make it a song. I like that.
I never thought I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that was so. I'm still really scared, like, you know, but I'm opening up a lot more.
I used to be scared.
I used to be scared too.
I'm not scared anymore.
I'm not either. I don't get that nervous or you know, like.
If I do get nervous, I feed off of those nerves. It helps me, unless I am just shaking and I can't control myself. But it's not even about the people or anything. It's that if I don't do well, my entire week is destroyed, or until the next time we play a show. I am just fucking sorry.
No, we use lots of bad language on this site. Don't worry about it. I say fuck at least 3 times every interview, so it's.
It makes or breaks me. How if I can feel it, and even there's times where you mess up, because I love when people mess up. If you mess up, you do the same thing twice. I love doing that when it sounds good. But if I just can't get my mind into it, I'm literally depressed until the next show. But that helps, because the next show I'm like, let's do this, you know.
I'd like to say at this point that I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. I've seen dozens of these girls' shows and have yet to see an example of the fucking up she's talking about. So, like, I think she's making shit up, but hey, you know, that's alright.
We're all hard on ourselves.
Yeah, that comes with the territory, I
Keeps
suppose.
you growing, keeps you growing.
Nerves do so much for you. Booze helps with the nerves a little bit, I find, personally, in my own experience, but,
Lay off the boobs, man.
One thing about this
Why?
band is that one thing about this band is that it's made me work really, really hard, and I love that. I love having something to work for.
And seeing the birds,
Yeah,
just
it's
like
like
you
challenge
doing something,
me
it's
more.
all of us. And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, it's
yeah.
all-
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it makes me work really hard.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
I strive off of this band, everything in my life, every day. I mean, I listen to that CD for 2 years straight. I'm still listening to it, going, well, that bass part, man, maybe it could come up, maybe it could go down. But it's made me grow, and now I realize I could produce an album. Like I got even like it makes me feel good. Al comes home with a CD, and I tell him things, and he actually goes in there and he fixes it. I never thought that happened because of my hearing, especially. So it's pretty cool. It's really it's made me a better person.
Alright. Well, that sounds a Nebula. We're here in their very intimate practice space, and we've just observed their practice for the last hour or so, and that was pretty cool. And this interview is way the fuck better than the one we did outside the bar after their CD release party, so I'm glad that we came out here for this. This was way cooler. And apparently me being drunk and the band not being drunk is a good thing. That's working out well, so... yeah, this was really cool. I feel like we've gotten a good idea of where they're all coming from, and so that sounds a Nebula. If you have not seen one of their shows, seriously, you fucking suck. Get out there and see one. Like, stop being a shit. These girls are all over the fucking place. They do shows constantly. There's no excuse not to see one, so just do it and be done with it. Or don't claim to support local music, because you can't have it both ways. So sounds a Nebula. I'm Chuck for Harbor City Music. Thanks for watching, and have a good night. Fuck you.
Bye. Is that the catchline?
Maybe. I don't know.